can change everything in the match. Or it even allows you to, if you get 2 hits, to just damage the survivors in general and bring them down with a normal hit. Very, very excited to now see GRPPX utilizing Guard26 against AL's team of Mechanic, Wildling, Coordinator, and Explorer.
Yes. There you have it, folks. This is it. The spread of players. Let us know once again who you're rooting for, GR or AL. It has come down to this. Of course, AL currently leading the fray after pulling off a 5-point knockdown on the Survivor end of GR. Now, big question is whether or not PPX can live up to the challenge. And let's check out this video first before we head into the game.
Perfect representation of the teams right here, never hitting the break, and here it goes. PPX coming in, goes immediately into the Shack direction. All of these players know exactly where to go since they know the map layout, they know the spawn points, and just going into the direction of the Shack gives PPX 2 targets. Decide to go for Raoli, which is the coordinator in this lineup. Let's see what he can do. We also... Oh! That was a very, very early flare gun shot, but was still able to bring in the bomb pit. Fantastic job from PPX right here. Fantastic job from Raoli as well. Let's see how this plays out.
Indeed, let us see. So, this is quite the situation that AL has to deal with. A lot of members in the vicinity, 2 of which take a hit, so gonna be up to Raoli to try to make the most of that last bit of life. Can't suffer another bomb, or else that's gonna be 1 down coordinator.
That was a fantastic job right there. Good job with the remote bomb, bringing down Raoli immediately, just not wasting any time at all to bring down the survivors. Fantastic job at the Shack, where he just put down all these bombs around the pallet and still went through the pallet to give an additional hit to the coordinator. Fantastic job. We can now see Atto is coming in, who was already taking 1 damage with the bomb, but is on the board right here, so that might allow him to take 2 more hits. Oh, there comes the first. Now it's gonna be very dangerous. Now it's gonna be very dangerous to actually go in for a rescue. Gotta be careful, but as well to want to get that rescue either before halfway or just trying to buy more time for the team. Again, we have the Mechanic, as we can see in the bottom left, just bringing the coding speed to the ground. You can now see that Raoli is through the halfway mark, and Wildling is just keeping PPX a little bit distracted.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think at this point in time, it's safe to say that AL will be losing out on 1 survivor. Not to mention, I would say Cypher progress is decent. Made the most of what they can, because Raoli was taken down quite early, so that proved to be a bit of a problem for AL as this game went along. If anything, they just settled on maximizing the time Raoli had on that chair to work on what ciphers they can. Still a bit of a way to go, but it's without a doubt PPX. He is not having any of it.
Very, very nice with the bomb and reaching through the pallet right here and hitting the Wildling for the first time, which is actually the second time bringing him down because he had 2 bombs. Great job, as you already said, on the survivor side. Look at the Cypher machine progress. They were letting the coordinator on the chair. Wildling was there just to keep the Guard26 on the chair, to allow the rest of the team to decode the Cypher machines. And you can see it right now, the Cypher machine will be popped quite soon, and the 5th Cypher machine is at halfway, so that is extremely good for AL. Again, want to remind everyone, this is a game in which both teams fight for 1 point, for the point for this entire round, And AL can get this point for this entire round by just getting out one survivor, and they know it. They already brought down 4 Cypher machines. Look at the progress. Fantastic job.
Really is. It really, really is.
Oh, using the same strategy we saw earlier on the Sculptor match, where we had AL on the Hunter side, just using Abnormal to bring down the speed and to buy more time as Hunter.
Yes, and at this point in time, Grizzly, it's very crucial that they try to maximize while they still have 3 survivors. Otherwise, we might have a repeat of earlier wherein, ooh, that's going to be Daliso going down. But as I was saying, might have a repeat earlier where it's going to be a massive tug of war between Hunter and Survivor.
And it seems like that's going to be exactly the case. Going to place some bombs right here, and we can see going back to Doliso to either bring Atto down or to actually just secure the survivor on the chair and to buy a little bit more time and to put more pressure on the survivor side, actually bringing the Explorer closer to the Cypher machine. Extremely good to put more pressure on that one Cypher machine. He knows that the survivors want to decode, and it is halfway done, but can he prevent them to prime this Cypher machine before the rescue happens?
That is a bit tricky. I mean, they did get it towards the half mark once again, but look at this setup. It's just not going to make it easy whatsoever to try to get Doliso. Luckily though for AL, Doliso is still very fresh on this rocket chair, so they have a lot of time to work. But you know, they don't want to put themselves to the point where they have to maximize it to a TN. Look at this, just massive defense coming in from PPX here. So I think the best thing that AL can do right now, Cat is already on the case though, already trying to work on the Cypher in the distance. But of course, PPX is going to want to try to keep that in check. Doliso, time is ticking. That survivor is going to expire. So AL needs to go for the hope and a prayer that they got enough progress on that Cypher, because PPX, as soon as he makes his way there, Abnormal's going to kick in. It's going to bring them nearly back to square one.
That's gonna be extremely difficult now for the survivors. Extremely good job from PPX putting pressure on the remaining survivors. Again, we have Atto who can only take one more hit before going down. We have Cat right here going down. The question is, what are the survivors trying to do? And exactly that question is PPX asking himself. And of course, they want to go for that one Cypher machine that is almost done, or at least almost at 75%, but 75%, that still means a long way to go to actually pop that Cypher machine. And we have Abnormal coming in, really slowing down the progress, really putting pressure on the survivors. And for now, as you already said, it seems like history is repeating itself. We have the match, or at least it feels like the match we had before with the Sculptor, where it just goes forth and back and forth and back and back and forth between the 2 survivors until PPX finally got all of them down and they can't actually get up again. I think history is repeating itself. Let's see.
It really looks like that's the case. And oh my gosh,
these bombs!
You know what's kind of crazier here, Grizzly, is the fact that with PPX on this Yard 26, and not to mention he's been very quick, by the way. He has been very quick on his feet. Cat is already on the way towards the healing. Now PPX just trying to veer towards Atto here. So, like I said, it's similar to earlier. This time around, PPX should be manageable as long as he keeps his patient, keeps the mental fortitude up. Just needs to try to exhaust these hunters all the way down, and all should be well.
All should be well. There comes the first hit on the board, means only one more hit is needed. Can he connect? Yeah, he did, I think. I'm not really sure. There we can see he's really trying to get him off the board with the bombs.
Will it lead to fruition for him though? Taking a bit of a while, but then again, that is understandable. Cat in the midst of things, already near getting up again, so that should be a bit of room to breathe for AL. Take note of the progress on this one Cypher, by the way, more than 50%, and Atto is doing a great job keeping PPX preoccupied.
That might be it. I think you forgot that Cat already got up, right?
You're Action.
Yeah, I think Cat already got up earlier. That's why Atto is trying to buy more and more time, waiting for Cat to bleed out and hopefully get the dungeon. But at this point in time, it's not gonna happen. Fantastic job, as I already said before. If anyone can come back from a 0 point